The summer is here and it gets very, very hot, especially here in Japan where that humidity can really kick it up to be dangerous. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the dangers of being in cars in the summertime. Hey everyone, welcome back to another great episode. We're the hosts. My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
Here on the MJ and Adam Show, we invite you to become our third friend in this natural English conversation where you can learn some new phrases, new words, new ways to say stuff, improve your listening. But best of all, we try to bring you the feeling of English because that is something you cannot find in a textbook. Today, everyone, we have another serious conversation for you. We're going to be talking about the dangers of being in a car in the summertime. Recently in the news, there has been a few sad cases, stories here in Japan of children dying in cars. Man, MJ, that sounds like such a horrible way to start the video. But yes, it's true. It's something that's really dangerous, but not only in Japan, overseas as well. This is something that can happen. We've heard plenty of stories of not only children being victim to the heat of cars, being stuck in cars, but also animals, as well as full-grown adults. It can be a really scary thing. And this is when you hear about in the news, especially again in Japan, where the humidity is so high, netchusho chui, be careful of heat exhaustion. Heat stroke is a very, very dangerous, severe thing that can easily hit anybody and with not much notice or not much alarm before the serious stuff can happen. So again, this tragic news happened recently here in Japan where, even Adam heard about it living in Canada. So it's such a sad thing to hear about. So we wanted to kind of share our thoughts and kind of the different aspect of things that possibly could happen in North America that are a little different in Japan. So it happens not all the time. Luckily, most people are pretty wary about this danger. But Adam, have you heard it recently about this kind of thing happening to people in Canada? Is it a thing that's really talked about or kind of in the news saying like, hey, be careful, today's really hot?
Yeah, especially in the news. I guess for the past couple of days, it's been over 30 degrees in Canada. So we do hear on the news how everybody should be careful, stay hydrated, of course. If you have air conditioning, make sure to use your air conditioning, turn it on. If you're out and in the cars, roll down the windows or use the air conditioning and try not to forget or leave your children or your pets in the car. So they do warn people quite often when the temperature is expected to be over a certain point.
I've even heard a few stories and like on the news or like even officials talking about how even if you have the windows down, it doesn't matter. Like, do not leave, like just saying like straight up, do not leave your dog in your car if it is hot out, even with the windows open. And of course, especially with children. So I'm sure everyone has had that time, when you're getting into your car in the morning and it's like super hot outside and you open it up and it is like more than a sauna in there. It is billowing heat.
Oven,
right? It is like you thought it was hot outside. Inside your car is crazy hot. Yeah, it becomes like an oven. It really gets to extreme levels of temperature very quickly. If you see a child, if you see a dog inside a car that is locked, unattended, nobody is there, windows cracked, and especially if there's no windows open, it's like kind of a duty that people will talk about in Western cultures where if you see someone, call the police.
Yep.
And I could be wrong, everyone, but I think I've heard that it's even okay to break the windows. You don't have to wait for the police, for the authorities to get there to do something about it. If it is such a dire, dangerous situation, you are allowed to break the window of the car to help and get the person, the child, get the animal out of the car.
I've seen it happen, actually. I think the police were there or the fire department was there, but an animal was left in the car and a pedestrian actually called the fire department or the police 911 to say that the animal was in the car. And some people would say that, it's just a pet, it's just an animal, like who cares, but it's still like a living thing. So a lot of other people will take very serious cautions when they see just even an animal, a cat or a dog in a car.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as MJ was saying, the temperatures rise. So the person called the police or the fire department, and the fire department came and they put like a blanket over the window and broke the window. And as soon as they broke the window, the owner came out and was kind of upset, but they were explaining like, yeah, it's really hot outside. Your pet's in the car. We did what we had to do. So I could see both sides where the person thought, it's just a few minutes, but you never know what could happen in a few minutes as well. But just the fact that happens, like the police can come and break the window, or a pedestrian can look inside and say, okay, well, no one's here. If I call, it's going to take another 20 minutes. So right. I'm breaking the window. I'm getting this child.
Yeah. Who knows how long the car has been there with the individual inside of it. And that's why they say in the US, like, do not leave any animal or person unattended
in the car,
because not only of course should somebody see it, call the authorities to get it handled, to save, but you will get charged negligence of a child or of an animal cruelty. So of course nobody wants this to happen, but sadly it does happen. There's still times where people think in their mind like, yeah, it's all right, like,
just a few minutes,
it's just gonna be like 10 minutes. I just have to run to the store, or sadly some people even think baby, I understand, a parent as well, like, when your baby finally sleeping, you don't want to wake them up like, they're going to get cranky, or maybe it took a while for them to finally go to sleep and now they're asleep. What can you do? You want to use the time efficiently and like, maybe I can go shopping. But no, never. And, even in North America now, people will say hot or cold, do not leave kids, babies, children unattended in a car. That is the worst thing you can do. And it really surprised me and really hit when I came to Japan, because I saw it happen a lot. And not when it was hot. Yeah. It was, not hot temperatures, not dangerous or anything. It was like sometimes in the fall or even the winter season. And like cars on. So I guess, the heat or whatever is necessary is on to keep them feeling comfortable. And they're not like super young. They're not like infants, but, maybe like 4 or 5 years old or something, watching some video or but just in there. Again, I don't know how long exactly, but like right away in North America, child is in a car. Police. People are calling the police. Away.
Yeah, for sure.
Right away. Yeah. Who knows what could happen? Who knows if someone could go and just take the car? So many things
take the kids
could happen, right? And
so many things.
That goes into the whole field of Japan is a safe country with yes, it is. And I guess, North America, these things maybe tend to happen more often. Kidnappings or, people breaking into cars, stealing cars and stuff. So that's another kind of interesting thing to look at. But everyone, be careful out there. If you see someone's baby, of course, child, animal, you should let somebody know. Try to figure out how you could help that individual, because it could be a very, very dangerous situation, because nobody wants to have this in the news anymore. Let us know in the comments down below, everyone, what you think of this topic. It's another deep one, but hey, it's something that you can learn some English phrases from, some, a different kind of lesson, because you probably wouldn't be talking about this in English class, huh? Subscribe to the channel and like the video.
We'll see you on the next step.